So what we have here is we've got our tinder, and this is by Zombie Tinder, and these are some great guys. They make some really cool stuff. You take and you open up the package, and this is the okay. So this is the Cascades right here, and they have different types of tinder packs depending on what your climate is, which I think is really cool. What it looks like in here, we got some smaller ones that have not as much of a burn, and then you got bigger ones here which obviously have a longer burn. So now what we have here is our ferro rod. This is I believe this is a 1/4 inch by 2 inch right here. The one that I'm looking to get right now is 5/16 by 3 inch, and we have a built-in strike. Really comfortable handle. You can hold it really well in the hand. You get a lot of leverage when you're trying to use the striker, and you can, I mean, that's a pretty good spark right there. I've lit dryer lint with this before, no problem. You can sharpen up the flat part here where it actually comes with the little teeth right there pre-made, which throws a pretty good spark all on its own. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some of our kindling here, and we're going to boil up some water in our canteen cup. So we'll be right back for that. Okay, so it's pretty dry still. It's early fall out here in Central California, and it's pretty dry. So I think we're going to be fine with just this smaller one right here. So I think what you're supposed to do is just kind of break this up, right? Okay, so the thing about this stuff is it's really good in like the driving rain and water and stuff like that, because it's got a lot of this protective coating wax here. But what you got to do is you kind of got to get into it. If you're going to start it with a ferro rod, you need to kind of fluff this area up a little bit. As you can see, I'm trying to get a little bit of that stuff out of the center, so that the spark will have somewhere to take root. So what we got now is a nice little area. I think with enough aim, we should be able to get a flame started right there. So we're going to go ahead and make just a little flat spot for that to hang out on. And we're going to go ahead and try to get a flame. Right there. Just one shot and it's going. Now the cool part about this, has such a long burn time, we can actually set this off to the side, get our little fire setup going. Now my go-to fire setup is going to be a log cabin. Honestly, it's the number one way to get a fire going that I've found. Regardless of the conditions, you want to get a fire going fast. You get to work with a log cabin lay like this, big enough to drop that tinder, that zombie tinder in the middle of, which is actually perfect for, and we'll have ourselves a fire rocking here in no time. All right, we got a nice little spot for the tinder to fall into. It's going good enough to where I don't think it'll get messed up if I drop it in there. And see, I actually kind of did that wrong, and it fell onto the flame, but since this stuff is such awesome tinder, it didn't put it out. So now we've got it rocking here, and as you can see, we've already got fire. Let's start putting some of this other little stuff in there, and there it is. That's the makings for a nice little fire right there. Now it's actually technically it's going to be kind of a waste because the fire is already going now. So if I wanted to, I can maybe use a 1/4 of that. But as you can see, with the ferro rod and that tinder right there, and just a tiny little bit of work to get that going, we've already got a nice rocking fire. Right, so here we are, got a nice flame going here. Stoke it up a bit. There we go. There, we already have bubbles, air bubbles showing, so we're getting a nice burn. Yeah, that water's getting nice and hot. And as you can see, we just took one little strike with our Para-Rod handle Firesteel here. As you can see, this whole thing right here, it's got everything you need. You got your striker to your ferro rod at all times. You know, you saw earlier, throws it really well, and it's easy to aim too. Because I mean, you can throw sparks all over the place, and if you can't aim it, you're really not going to get anywhere. So you can really chuck these out, get it right to where it needs to be. I really like this. This is fastly becoming my favorite, and I plan on taking this with me for. I mean, you can stick this in your pocket, totally unobtrusive. It's really, really simple. Got plenty of room to pull back, and you're not going to shake the whole thing. You can flip it around any side you want to. I really appreciate you watching. We ask that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and friend us on Facebook. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you like, what you don't like, any questions, comments, cries of outrage. We want to hear from you. We appreciate you checking us out, and we thank you for watching the video. This is Antone from theParaCordGuy.com.